Here's my original seals. I've taken these to a place that specializes in hydraulics, and he took a good look at them and he ordered me some new parts. The total cost for these parts, which are in this bag, it said seal kit, $55.53, and freight, $10. And then there's tax. Well, that's the one that had failed. It was on the inside of the cylinder head. That's a little different though in that that's got an O-ring on the inside of that. So I'm not sure how that one goes. I'll have to see if I can find any information about that online. The other seals, these are backup rings. Okay, there are two hard backup rings. They go around the piston seal here, one on each side. And then I reviewed my videos. That's like that, and the soft backup ring goes towards this shoulder. So that's the way that will be put in. So the one I have to find out now is on the inside of this. Is that supposed to be toward the pressure, or is it supposed to be toward the outside? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Well, I found out online that this is a energized U-cup, and it fits so that this is the pressure side, the O-rings facing the pressure. Kind of damage on it. To fix that first. Right there. It's been dropped or something. I'll have to sand that file off that thread a little bit so it threads on. For reasons I can't quite understand. I've been working on this for a while and I can't get these threads any better than this. I've had this screwed all the way on and all the way off, so I know it goes on and off. It's just not something I can do by hand. I'm thinking this nut might be a bit egg-shaped. Maybe it's supposed to be that way, I don't know. It seems to me I had to use a wrench to turn it off the entire way. So I am going to say that that's the way it's supposed to fit. And no amount of filing is going to make this fit better. Now my only other thing before I start assembling this, I need to find a sealant to put inside here. I'm having trouble looking up online what this white stuff is. I don't know if you can see it in there. It's some kind of sealant. Maybe it's not that critical. It's a very tight fit between the inside of this and the outside of that. Very fine fit. And there's a nut that goes on the outside, sort of captive, so still it's going to want to extrude under the 3000 psi or whatever this thing's going to have against it. So, yeah, don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter here too much if I put some marks on this, because that's on the outside. Now they make a tool for this that I don't have. Okay, the pressure side is this side. The tool bends it like this. Let's see if I can start with it that way. if this is the right seal. That is flat. Look how much thicker this one is. Oh, the ID is okay, but the OD is enormous. When they had this piece and they did their measurements, there's a groove here and a groove here. Well, the grooves aren't the same. This groove here is actually deeper. It's carved out deeper into the metal. This one is fairly shallow. Well, when they ordered the seals, this lip seal, dust seal, goes on this outer one here, and it's quite thick. What they provided was this seal. It's supposed to go in this groove here, which is not as deep, it's shallower. And it was the same thickness as that one, but you can see it's actually thinner. So there's no way that seal is going to fit in there no matter what tool you used. And so I took it back to the fellow and he had to reorder it. So now, take two, try to install this seal. So this is the pressure side, and the black ring faces pressure. Okay, I've learned trying to put the other seal in that I have to bend this thing pretty dramatically to get it to fit in there. Better. Look at that. Fit right in there. So, do the lip seal on this side. Kind of rusty in there, but that's the way it was before. I don't really have a tool to clean that out. I'm just going to have to live with it. Okay, there's the new seal. Okay, we're good. That's on. Well, this is Loctite 542. It's a liquid. It's not a paste. I think a paste would work better. I don't know what form that would take. This is a thread sealant, hydraulic sealant. It takes time to cure. I think what I'm going to do is just put a coat of it on the shaft. Make sure it seats down on the shoulder there. I'll try to pour some in here. And it might also act to lock this nut in place, since the nut, other than being a firm fit, doesn't have any lock nut or anything else to keep it in place. Apply product on threads, torque accordingly, and allow 24 hours product cure. Okay, I guess I'll be cleaning pins. These are the pins that hold the cylinder in place. I'll make sure that the grease holes are open, clean up the pins a bit. Assemble it tomorrow. two different pins. But there's two holes in this one. They're relatively big size. Goes down the middle. This one's just got a single small hole right there. That grease goes down the middle. So I've already cleaned them up pretty good. I've got the grease zerks here. Clean the old grease out. I'll put some new grease through them, then I'll put them back in. And then I'll, once I put the grease zerks back in, I'll go ahead and put grease all the way through until I have good clean grease coming out the holes. And that'll be ready to put back together. I'm going to clamp this in here like this. The nuts here, I've got it sort of tight here. I can't really pinch that nut down there, but I'll use this hole here with a big breaker bar that I've got and see if I can tighten that up. Break that or make it bad, but I think that's good enough. Well, I think that's it. I'll just put this back on the tractor, connect up the hose fittings, replenish what little bit of oil that I spilled when I took it apart, see if she works without leaking. Job done. Now I just have to see if it leaks. Just drips overnight. I don't think it will.